Hey friends, it's Saturday. That means it's time for the Saturday Psychic Sampler. I'm Christiana Gaudette. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother. I am live on my YouTube channel. Now, if you happen to be watching the replay, thanks very much for being here. You might find it interesting. You might find something that resonates for you. But obviously, if you're not here with me live, I will not be able to read for you. For those of you who are here with me live, thank you so much for being here on this beautiful day. Well, I don't know if it's a beautiful day where you are, but where I am in Palm City, Florida, it is lovely. All right, so before we get going, I want to remind you that we have our monthly Tarot Room and Zoom class coming up this Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. You can join us on Zoom. If you happen to be local, you can join us right here in the conference room in Palm City, but you need a ticket. Links to get that ticket, along with links to schedule a reading with me, links to buy my books on Amazon, all kinds of links right here in the description. You will also see here on YouTube links for our upcoming classes and our tarot meetup here on YouTube. So make sure you hit the bells and mark your calendar. I do want to start out by saying thank you very, very much to Laura T. Laura T is a member here, and she has also started out this broadcast with a super sticker. Thank you very much for that. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate you, Laura. Super chats and super stickers are a way you can show your appreciation for this broadcast. And membership is a way that you can support this channel in an ongoing way. Members make a monthly commitment. There are 3 different levels. If you are a subscriber and you like this content and you want more of it because members get some extra content, consider becoming a member. And if at any time during your membership you need to drop out, that's okay. You can still be a subscriber. I will still love you. All right. Denise says it's 40-ish where you are. But you know what? Where you are, 40-ish is a sign of spring, you know? I mean, our sign of spring is it starts getting up to 80, but, you know, there it is. All right. So you can see that the deck that we're going to be working with today is Aunt Lily's Tarot by Claire Lily. It's a deck I like very much. I've got both versions, but right now I'm working with the pocket version. So let's get shuffled and get going. For those of you who haven't been here in a while, you can see that we are now using card cam. We need a special sound for card cam because card cam is cool. And Sayoni, I really, really appreciate the super chat. Thank you very much for your support. That is very kind. Thank you, thank you. All right, let's get going. So you know the rules, specific questions only. I will take these in the order in which I see them. I feel free to add my own commentary. The only difference now that we have card cam is you're going to see what I'm doing with the cards. Well, you won't necessarily see me shuffling because, you know, just because of the way the camera angles are. But you'll see what I do with the cards and how I do these readings. If you have questions about, you know, why I'm saying what I'm saying based on the cards you're seeing, you can go ahead and ask. I may answer, I may not, but you can. All right. The first question I see here is from Diana Price. Thanks for being here, Diana. Will I find some weirdos like me in my new town? And how can I do that? I have to be careful about telling people I do things like tarot, a very strong church presence here. So before we even answer that question, just because of who I am, I feel qualified to ask you some questions about that. Like, do you have a business in town where the church people are going to be patronizing your business, so you want to make sure that they think you're okay? Do you have children that are going to be going to school in town? And if the answer to those things are no, why do you need to be careful exactly? What is it that you're worried about on that level? You know, there is something, like in my mind, like why, I can understand if it's about preserving your business or the well-being of your children, I understand. But I don't feel like we need to be careful just because people may not agree with us. And, you know, my lesson in that is, you know, I mean, yes, I'm sort of in some of the more progressive areas of Florida, but not always. I have taught tarot classes, you know, in like Thanotasasa, Florida, where every other building is some ramshackle church with hand-painted signs that say Jesus saves. I was kind of scared. Driving through there on the way to the local library to teach tarot, I had 20 locals there, all with their tarot decks, who had no idea that their neighbors also read tarot. So my question is, like, I don't think you have to be careful. I think that you have to be strong in who you are and be loud and proud. But that's just me. Let's see what the cards say about your social opportunities in this new town. And what I'm going to say is it's going to be hard to kind of break in and feel at home, but a lot of it is your own attitude and your own worry about being judged. And the thing is, they probably won't do anything mean to you. They'll just stay away from you if they think that you're having breakfast with Satan. But I think over a little bit of time, if you let people kind of know who you are, I think over a period of time, you will find it, and we're not weirdos. They're the weirdos. And so I think you have some reframing that you need to do in your own mind. And I think you will find thinking, rational, spiritual people like yourself to spend time with. Absolutely, yes. All right. And Linda Armstrong, thank you so much. First of all, Linda, thank you for being here. I've known Linda for a lot of years. We met at a festival in Connecticut quite a few years ago. And Linda has joined our channel. Thank you so much for becoming a member of this channel, Linda. We really, really appreciate you. All right, next question. Jake, you said that within 5 years I'd move. Would that be me buying a house where I am or moving to a different state? I'm open to either. And I mean, honestly, in 5 years' time, a lot of different things could happen. And so I would say remain open. But if I had to look at it now and what I see now, I would say, you know, yes, you're open to either, but honestly, you may find that a different state, if the money's right, if the situation's right, is a good thing. The thing is, I feel like you have a lot of desire for change, but also a lot of fear of change. You have a lot of desire for commitment, but also a lot of fear of commitment. And this isn't just having to do with real estate, Jake. It can have to do with relationship stuff. It can have to do with all kinds of stuff. So I feel like in this period of time, learning to trust yourself, learning to trust the idea that you could make good decisions and move forward in a good way in all kinds of different ways is probably what you need to do. It's probably less about where you live and more about how you live in your own heart, I think. Robin Renee, so great to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using one of the members only emojis. Is it better for me to leave school in December 22 or May 23rd? I'll be finished coursework by December. And so then you're doing your PhD, right? So I'm assuming you're not doing any teaching in that time. Am I correct about that? So let's just take a look. Which is going to be better for you? All right, so we have December 22nd. We have May 23rd. I am voting for May 23rd. And I know that there's a part of you that would like to get out of there and go elsewhere, maybe go back to Philly, that kind of thing. But I have a feeling if you stick around, the writing you're going to have to do, the fellowship, the connections, the things that you're going to make, going to be better if you stick around for a minute. Seriously. Martha Vank, nice to see you. Is it better for me to sell my house via a realtor or through a company that buys fixer-uppers and pays cash, closing, etc., meeting a rep in a couple of weeks? So, buying with a realtor or buying one of those, we give cash for your ugly house. I know it's hard, and I know that you would be doing this other company thing just to save on wear and tear and time and all of that. But you would get a lot more for your investment if you work with a realtor. Even if you don't want to fix it up to the realtor's standards, I say use the realtor. End of freaking story. Seriously. It's mediocre cash now or better cash later. Seriously. Hey, Lexi's still learning. The question, is there a solution to elevate on this job I have? So are you asking about getting a promotion? I'm not sure what solution to elevate means, but I'm thinking that it's about how to move forward in your job, how to get a promotion. So that's the way I'm taking that question. Let's take a look and see. Yeah, absolutely. I think you can learn. I think you can grow, but I think there is some sort of like a glass ceiling. And I don't know if it's actually a traditional glass ceiling or just whether you want to be there or not. It may be that this place does not make you happy. So yes, you can learn, you can grow, but you may desire a new job. You may do better and be happier just going to another job. Seriously. Hey, Smile Soul 20, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Ali Mammon, nice to see you. Could you please tell me what my next step should be in getting my goals for career achieved in studies and the occult? I have problems with discipline and willpower. So am I to take this to mean that you are looking for a career somewhere in metaphysics or the occult, as a reader, as a healer, as a teacher, as an author, somewhere in that? Is that what we're saying here? Assuming that we are, assuming that that is indeed what we're saying, I think you need, the first thing that you have to discipline yourself to is meditation. And recognize that meditation can be a lot of different things. There's a lot of different styles of meditation, a lot of different traditions. So I would say study different traditions of meditation until you find one that works for you. And then work on your mediumship skills. Work on communicating with those who have passed on. However you feel about angels, guides, guardians, deities, whatever you see is there. Work on that communication and traditions associated with that. Those are the things you need to do. Now, what you'd mentioned, of course, is this lack of willpower and discipline. But is it really lack of willpower and discipline? Or is it that you have a hard time kind of figuring out what to do and how to do it? And I would argue that a lot of it is just figuring out direction. I mean, if you go to college, there's clear coursework. With this, there's not so much clear coursework. And I think that it's not really discipline and willpower that's your problem. It's direction and focusing on direction. So I just gave you some of that, so you do that. Nalini, so happy to see you. My question is a little strange, but I think it's specific. I would like my spirit guides to give me a specific number today. And I don't know what the context of that number is. If you're looking for a single digit number, a double digit number, a triple digit number, whatever. Okay. If it's 3 digits, it's 256. If it's not 3 digits, then cut that down in some way to make it what you're looking for. All right. Baby cakes, am I experiencing a serious health issue or is it just a glitch? Well, A, thanks for the awesome emojis. B, obviously you know what I'm going to say to that. If you have any concern at all, you got to get thee to a doctor just to make sure, right? Just to be safe. I'm going to tell you what I think, but please get thee to a doctor. What I think is going on with you, I don't think it's anything scary serious, but I do, would you benefit from seeing a doctor? Yes, you would, because whatever's going on there, whether it's serious or not, it is difficult enough for you to ask about it, so thereby, worth seeing a doctor anyway. Hey, Angelic Michelle, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using one of the members only emojis. Let's do it. How can I improve communication with my romantic interest? Let's see what we got going on here. You know what? At this point, you know how much you have to lose? 0. You have 0 to lose. You could put on a clown hat and a tutu and do a little dance, and you might feel silly, but it would net you, you wouldn't lose anything. You are in a position right now where you have very little to lose. So that's the first thing. You have to figure anything is better than nothing. That's the first thing. Now, what I think, I don't think that the clown suit and the tutu is really what you need. I think what you need is to make an effort in communication, whether that is an effort to ask to spend time together. Hey, you want to go get coffee? Whether it's just an effort to call or reach out, or when you see each other, have more conversation. And I think this is hard for you. I think that in this context, you're not the most comfortable communicator. The question is, would this person welcome your communication? And the answer is yes, but this person has issues. This person would welcome the communication, but this person has issues, and that's why this person is not making it easy. Will this person appreciate that you communicate? Yes. All right. And now we have Laura T. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for the super sticker. Would working and staying with JW be a good option, please? And, well, let's take a look. Now you see, I shuffled and yet similar cards came up. It depends what you mean by good option. There could be really a timing issue here where like you need to for a minute, but the goal needs to be to not. There's an up and a down here for sure. So I feel like the goal ultimately needs to be for something new, but for right now, you may have to sort of stay there for the moment, but I think it's about putting together a plan for the future and making sure you enact that plan. Because where you are is not the best option, but it might be the best option for now. Okay, Claire C., so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Will I be pleased with the Airstream van I've been eyeing? I want to say you're in the right church, but you're in the wrong pew. I think you are looking for something with a very specific function, but the particular one that you're looking at may not be the right one for you or the best one for you. So I would say look at others in this class and category and make some comparisons. Lost in Paradise, Lost in the Paradise. Thanks for being here. Seeing mirror hours and feeling a presence. Is it some type of message or am I just overthinking? Well, and I have to say, I feel like whenever you're feeling something, it means something, right? I think you are somewhat overthinking, but I think the reality is not so much about messages that come from another side or the other side or a higher power, but messages that come from your own higher self and your own intuition. And I feel like you need to be listening to yourself because there are some things going on in your life that are not the way you would want them to be. And you don't need some great spiritual entity to come down and tell you that. You already know, and you just need to find the courage to make the changes you need. Horse Fan Dunn. Angelic Michelle, so nice to see both of you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being members. Okay, Ben, Libra Does Tarot. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using one of the members only emojis. I feel my tarot readings have gotten much better. Good. But I still feel a part of my intuition I can't tap into yet. My question is, how can I get through this block? So my question is, how do you know? How do you know that there's a part of your intuition? Like, how do you know there's a block here? And that's like my first question here is, what's really going on with this frustration? Honestly, I feel like you're making this be a bigger deal than it is. I think this is you being overly judgmental of yourself, and it's a function of practice. I don't think there's a big block. And I don't think that you are like having some issue with your intuition. I feel like it's about how intuition works with the cards and how that connects. And what you really need to do is practice, 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 and look at this differently. Recognize that the intuition flows through you and flows through the cards and always does and always has and always will. It's not about tapping into it. It's about understanding it. And that comes from practice. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, hey, Sirius Shakir, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. I just over-scrolled. 1 second. There we go. I want to know if I'll get the right house quickly or soon after I sell my house. So you sell your house, will you quickly or soon get the right house? It's going to be a little scary because right now houses are easier to sell than they are to buy. So it's going to be scary, but it will happen. Yes, 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 yes. That deserves some kind of a noise. It will happen. It's not going to be immediately. It's going to be at the very last minute, but it'll be perfect. Okay, Horse Fan Dunn, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. So your brother has slipped into non-lucid dementia. I'm so sorry. And so we want to know what the ancestors have to say about that. See what we got for that. All right. Ancestor communication regarding your brother in lucid dementia. It's harder for you than it is for him because he's having a rich inner life with the ancestors, one particular female in particular. So it's hard for you, but he's on his journey doing what he needs to do, and the ancestors are taking care of him. They're taking over where you left off. So trust them to do what they need to do for him, and you do what you need to do for you. As sad and as hard as this is now the ancestors' job, and they've got it. All right, so this is an interesting one from I. So nice to see you. My question is about my friend's boyfriend. He acts weirdly around me sometimes. I don't know if I'm being paranoid. Could you please see if my suspicions are correct? So see, this is an interesting thing. Instead of asking why he's acting weirdly, you have come to some specific suspicions about what that is. Aren't telling me what your suspicions are, just wondering if your suspicions are correct. So that's an interesting way of phrasing the question, and I'm trying to think about what I want to do with that. I think I'm going to do it at face value. When we look at what you are suspecting here, your interpretation of what you see as your friend's boyfriend's behavior around you, is your interpretation of that correct? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. It could be that this person is just a little anxious. It could be that this person has, some issues. It could be this person doesn't really like you, or doesn't trust you. So if you've got this bigger story in your head, it may not be true. All right. Next question from Anna regarding Daryl. You met Daryl 4 years ago online, dropped communication. You're East Coast, he's West Coast. You reconnected on New Year's Day, still chatting, both still single. What is the universe putting before us? Could this be real? And again, that's a really interesting question because I'm not sure the universe has put anything before you. This is a conversation you're having with someone, not necessarily something engineered by any greater power. And when you say, could this be real? Well, it is a real conversation. I think what you're asking is, is this something more? Is this a deeper relationship? Is this what is this? Let's take a look and see. Let's see what we got. So I feel like the two of you are really enjoying this conversation. But I think you need to be really careful here. I think you are over-spiritualizing it. And I can see that not just from the way you phrased your question, but also what is coming up in the cards. I think there's great comfort in the idea that, through this conversation, you are checking the boxes to create what it is you want in life. But I'm not sure that's really what's going on here. What is the advice? The advice is to sort of, rather than, hoping it is this or thinking it might be that, put it through its paces. Do the series of things that you would need to do to vet this. And, it's perfectly okay to enjoy the conversation, but you're spending time and energy on something. And if there's not a future here, that may not be something that you're really interested in. Now, I recognize that the long distance makes it harder, but it doesn't really make it that much harder in 2022, where the pandemic is a little more under control. We have video conferencing, and we have airplanes, and we have all of those things. So I would say take the steps that you need to take to vet this and to try to discover what it is. But my guess is as it becomes clearer, like my guess is this is not the person that you're looking for. That would be where my guess is, but I think you'll have to discover that for yourself. All right, and let's see. First of all, I want to acknowledge from Sirius Shakir the super chat. Thank you so much for your support. Super chat says, this makes me feel better. I almost gave up. I know it's hard right now, but I think you'll find what you need at the last minute. And thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it. And oh my goodness, my good friend Chang, so nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the super sticker. Glad that you're here. All right, and I'll get to your question in just a few minutes, and thank you for your love of CardCam. We are all really appreciating CardCam. So there were a few people who really pushed me to make it happen. It's, setting it up was a little bit of a technical pain in my butt, but I'm having fun doing it now too, so thank you so much for that. All right. Okay. Oh, Robin Renee, December 2022 or May, yes. Or May, yeah. Even though I may have gotten the years wrong, the answer remains. Okay. All right, scrolling back. Selma, nice to see you. Selma, will I pass my real estate exam tomorrow? Well, first of all, congratulations and good luck. And, that's such a hard thing because if I say no, what are you going to do with that? That's like not a helpful, and if I say yes, what are you going to do with that? If I say yes, that could cause you to be cocky and go into the test and not do well. If I say no, that could cause you to be anxious and not do well. So I am taking the liberty, Selma, to rephrase your question and to say, what do you need to know about taking that test tomorrow? What can you do to set yourself up for the best success? And maybe even what do you need to know about your real estate career ahead of you? All right. You are a nervous test taker, but you know the material, for gosh sakes. You have studied and you know the material. Be careful about the fact that you have test-taking anxiety, it seems. You know the material. This is the right career for you. You are doing the right things. Go in, breathe, and just go in and try to quell that anxiety because you know what you're doing here, my friend. All right, and we're all with you. Denise Woods. Okay. I'm 55 plus and need to know, after these last weird, sad 2 years, how do I get myself, soul, spirit, mind, back to being me? Well, I am so sorry that you've been having a tough time. That sounds hard. I'm really sorry. So, it's a good question. How do I get myself, body, mind, and spirit back to being me? I get it. Gets harder as you get older. I know that too. All right. You gotta love yourself and you have to have love for yourself. Oh my gosh, I just made myself really, really small. I didn't mean to do that. Oh my gosh, how did I do that? Okay, now I'm bigger again. I see how I did it too. Okay, that's better. Sorry, that was funny. Okay, so here's the thing. I think there's something in your own mind and head about losses that you have had in your life, things that did not go the way you wanted them to, and then just the aging process as well as that, and that's hard. So number one, stop judging yourself, stop judging the past. Acknowledge what has hurt you, acknowledge your disappointments, but do not live there. Do not live in that space of disappointment. Recognize that, yes, there are things that we lose with age, but there are things that we gain too. Remember the things you love. Remember the things that you enjoy. Remember the things that are fun for you. Do not be afraid to take a class or learn something new. You can certainly learn new things and re-engage. Recognize that the who that you are is not the who that you were, but it's okay. And you know what you have to do, and this is hard. As women who are aging, I'm one of them too, we don't have a lot of great older female role models. And so look for who are they? Who are your old female role models? One of the ones I love, there is a recording of Maya Angelou in her 80s performing her poem. I don't even remember what it is, but about being a magnificent woman. It may not even be the right word. But she's old when she's doing it, but you buy it. You buy her beauty. And that was very helpful to me. So finding older women role models, phenomenal woman, I think that's what it's called. I'm sorry, I'm blanking out on it. But you need to find new ways of thinking because you are buying into our misogynistic culture that makes us feel that once we're older, we are invisible, unattractive, and that the only way for us to be attractive is to try to look younger, not to embrace where we're at. So those are some things you got to do. Good luck. It's not easy, but we all got to do it. You are not alone in this. All right. Thank you, Horse Fan Dunn. Appreciate it. Okay, Morgana the Great. Nice to see you. I would like to know how I can improve my relationship with my partner. Thank you for your time and work. Well, thank you so much for being here, Morgana. How you can improve your relationship with your partner. What a great question. Let's see what we got. I do two kinds of shuffling. I do riffle and bridge, which you can't see. And I do hand over hand, which you can see a little bit of. Okay, how you can improve your relationship with your partner. Communication, 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 communication. Let me say it again, communication. Trust. Do you trust each other? Is there a level of trust right now, this minute? I'm afraid that there may not be. And so finding communication and trust. And also recovering from the hurts of the past, man. There are always hurts from the past, and I feel like that's just been swept under the rug. So you have to rebuild trust. You have to communicate. You have to heal from the past. You have to remember why you love each other and what your connection is. And it would be good to do some fun things together as well. Linda Armstrong, I am so happy that you became a member. Thank you so much. My question is the event I am working today going to be worth it? And if I say it's not, will you pack up and leave? Looks like you want to pack up and leave. So worth it is a funny thing. I think there's always ways we can find value in something, and it probably is good and right that you are working this event. There probably will be some good things that come out of it, and that's what you have to focus on, because worth it in the most obvious sense, probably not. Oh, Caroline. I did ask a question, but not so sure if you can see it. I thought it said it was too long. Yes, what you're going to have to do, Caroline, is reiterate it and either tighten it up or do it in more than one comment, and I'll know to look for the extended comments. So go ahead and put it in again. Marta, my question, my mom of 98 fell, oh my goodness, and had hip surgery. Would she get better soon? I'm taking care of her, and plans about moving and taking her have come into a hold. I am so sorry. That is so difficult for both of you. The fact they were willing to give her a surgery on her hip at this age, though, really says something. So let's take a look. So, obviously she's 98. She's not going to be around forever. You still might be able to take her and move, and she might recover for the moment to the point that you can do that. So it may be that your plans will still happen. They're just delayed. And she is pretty miraculous. We do have to appreciate that. Okay. And thank you so much for the love for this format. And the deck, let me reiterate the deck, Aunt Lily's Tarot by Claire Lilly. Okay, Clumsy Clairvoyance, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. What project should I engage in this weekend to pass the time in a productive way? Let's see. And Clumsy Clairvoyance, thank you for encouraging everyone to like this video. Please do like this video. You know what else I'm encouraging people to do now too? Share this channel with people who you know would appreciate it. We're doing things on this channel that nobody else is doing. So go ahead and bring in your tarot friends, please. All right. Clumsy Clairvoyance, what project should I engage in this weekend to pass the time in a productive way? So here are the things I think you need to be doing. There might be some things that you need to do around your home and your living space to make it nicer for yourself. I also think spending time with friends and family would be good. It would also be good to do some yoga. Yoga is always productive, isn't it? I think so. Okay, Pamela's insight. I'm feeling pulled in a variety of directions, and I feel like an ADHD squirrel when I start on any of the topics. What area and what are the best methods to focus, or is it best to hop around? Great question. And once again, the deck, Aunt Lily's Tarot. Okay, Pamela, pulled in a number of different directions. Yeah, it's hard because it's hard to focus on anything when you're thinking about so many things. I think you're going to have to choose, and what you should choose is around either learning or creating spiritual tools. That's what I think. Learning spiritual tools or creating spiritual tools. All right. And, oh my goodness, haven't seen you in so long. Yolanda, thank you for the super chat. And the super chat says, you skipped me. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for letting me know. And let me go back. Oh, apparently I missed a few people. I also missed Sayoni. I am so sorry. Let me go back. Yeah, I skipped a few people. So sorry. Did I? It looks that way maybe. Hang on. It's easy to skip. Okay, I skipped Sayoni. I will absolutely get to you in just a moment. Yolanda, I am scrolling back, and I am not seeing you. So Yolanda, would you please reiterate? I am not seeing you, and as soon as I see it come in, I'll get right to it. But I am just not seeing it. Okay. Not seeing it. So, Yolanda, please reiterate. And And I thought I had skipped someone, but I'm not seeing, I know who I did skip. I did skip Sayoni. Did I skip Sayoni? I did. I skipped Sayoni. So, Sayoni, first of all, thank you so much for the super chat, and I'm sorry I skipped you. I'm going to do Sayoni now, then I'll look for a reiteration from Yolanda, and Yolanda, thank you for the super chat. Okay, Sayoni, my question is, what energy do I see between you and Love? Love is his name, especially over the next Friday and Saturday. Let's take a look. This has been such an exciting journey. Honestly, I think there's going to be honest communication. I think a lot of worries are going to be laid to rest. I think that this is going to change and you're going to look toward the possibility of a future. This is not a bad thing. Now, is this like an arranged meeting? Is it that kind of thing? Because it does look like it has real possibility. You got to keep us posted. We're very excited for you. All right. And you know, beyond that, Sayoni, advice is let go of any preconceived notion, be yourself and be open. All right. Now, let me scroll on back down. It's above Marta's. Okay, so let me see. I saw Marta's. I remember Marta's. I don't see it above Marta's. It's really not coming up for me. Right above Marta, I have Caroline. I'm not seeing it. So please reiterate. Okay, and let me get back to... Okay, the next one that I see is Jackie Masters. So nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Will my finances improve over the next 10 months? Will I be able to bring in more money? Always a good question. Always something we like to do. So let's see what we see. Well, I don't think it's going to get worse. Excuse me, but you know, these next few months, these next 10 months, Jackie, are not looking like finances are going to be the focus as much as happiness, balance, and creativity. And so I think you can stay where you are financially, maybe a little improvement, but there may be different focuses that you need to take care of first. And then once you take care of those things, the money will follow. Hey, Lovebug, Jose's current feelings for you. Okay, you're a Pisces, he's a Sag. Let's see what we got. Jose does not feel ready. Jose likes you and thinks you're attractive, but Jose does not feel ready for what Jose thinks you want. So if you want something that you think Jose is capable of providing, be clear about what you want and what you don't want. Gina, nice to see you. Card cam is dangerous. That's what Angelic Michelle says. And Angelic Michelle is not wrong. Card cam is indeed dangerous. All right. Okay. Oh, Ben, I'm glad that made sense to you. Thank you. DeAndre, I feel stuck. How do I move forward with my life? How should I move forward to get unstuck? Okay. You need to either change where you live, and I think you need to change where you live, travel, get out of where you are. Where you are geographically or physically in that home is not serving you. You need to find a way to get out of that. Okay. Sione, yes, I had missed you. I'm so sorry. Okay, Chong, nice to see you. Thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you so much for loving Card Cam. I keep getting the sun reversed regarding my new job, new career. What do you think about this? So the sun reverse is not necessarily a bad card the way I see it. It means it's good, but it won't be easy. That's what I think about it. And let me pull some cards just about that new job, new career. And yeah, the thing is, it's not easy. And what you're doing, like you may be in the right church, but not in the right pew. And you may have more learning that you need to do as well. So the key is manage your expectations. It's good for right now. It's good to help get you where you want to be, but it's not the end all be all. And that's okay. Gemini Sun, how many more children will we have and when? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. So I feel like you're going to have at least one more, maybe two. And I think within the next 3 years, there is another child. Caroline. Oh, goodness. My husband has been admitted to the hospital 3 times in 3 weeks. My question is, are they any closer to a diagnosis? He's starting to feel like they don't believe him. That is so difficult. That is so hard. So, when do we get to a diagnosis? Man, I think this is going to be really, really tough. I think there will be a diagnosis. It will happen. It's not so much that they don't believe him, but they are mystified. And I wonder if you need to go to some kind of specialist, if you need to travel to a specialist, get a referral to a specialist. This is a long, drawn out situation. But once they figure it out, the outcome may not be so bad. You know, they have ruled out a lot of big, bad, terrible things. And so what remains may or may not be big, bad, terrible. So there is something hopeful here, but it may take a specialist. Okay. And Diana says, well, people often equate tarot with devil worship. Who cares? Who cares if they think you're having breakfast with Satan? Why does that matter? You know, I think you would find so much power if you just didn't care. All right. And Summer Harvey Wolf, I'm looking for any message from Spirit, no specific questions. That's not what we do here on Saturday. This is the Saturday Psychic Sampler where you must ask a specific question. So, give me a specific question. I'll be happy to answer it. Okay, Yolanda. Okay, Yolanda, here we are. Got your question. What do I do about my niece and her mom? I feel like I am being used and her mom is being manipulative. I want to help my niece, but I refuse to be a crutch, and my daughter is acting. I don't know how your daughter is acting, but I can imagine it's not good just because of whenever you say, whenever one, not just you, but one says my daughter is acting, you know, what follows next may not be great. Okay, so what do I do about all of this? Let's see. So the fact is the mom is manipulative. That's one of the reasons the daughter is the way she is. You are being used, but the thing is, the kid is better off with you. If you love the kid and you can handle the kid, don't worry about who's using who, because that's not the part that matters. The part that matters is the kid's well-being. Now, the question is having the kid there, okay for your daughter? You know, how does having the kid there help or hurt your daughter? Right, acting her out, not wanting her here. Got it. Thank you for that, Yolanda, and thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it, Yolanda. Acting out, not wanting her here. Well, the fact is, I think it's good for your daughter to have her here because it sort of teaches compassion, and it teaches that not everyone has life as good as she does. So I wouldn't make this be about your daughter. I wouldn't make this be about the niece's mother. I would make it be about what you want to do with the niece and what you think you're capable of doing with the niece. That's what I think. And I know it's a hard situation, and I'm so sorry. Okay. Going back. Okay. Okay. Phenomenal woman. It is phenomenal woman. Thank you, Robin Renee. Claire C., I kayak paddle with an 85-year-old who is mighty. Lord, do I want to be that person. Oh my gosh. Caroline, thank you so much for the super sticker. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, Reaper Gaming. I actually skipped through a bunch of people to get back to Yolanda. And I will look for you. Let's see, where are you? Right after Gemini Sun's comment. Let's see. Thanks everyone for your patience here. Breakfast with Satan, the name of your new band. There you go. Okay. Scrolling. It's not an arranged meeting. We're both writers for the same company, but in different parts of the country. Oh, so interesting. We've been talking the past couple of months, and now we thought we should finally meet, and we're both excited. I'm excited for you. I really am. Please keep us posted on this. It seems to have potential. Oh, Jackie, you have been feeling like other areas of your life need your attention. Yeah, I think so. I really do. Okay, so DeAndre, get thee financially stable. Make that your top priority so you can leave. Marta, you have done a good job for your mom. Very well done. Okay, so Summer Harvey Wolf, what are Lewis's true intentions? Lewis's true intentions. I don't know, man. If you were hoping that they were specifically romantic, it may not be. Lewis does enjoy you. Lewis does enjoy your company, but there may not be a future there. Okay, Reaper Gaming. I am just not seeing your question. Would you please go ahead and reiterate it? I'm not seeing it. Let me scroll back. And from my perspective, I've answered every question here. So if I haven't answered yours, I am so sorry, or if you haven't asked one yet, it's last call for readings, y'all. Please reiterate if I missed you, and please get your questions in. I'm going back and looking for your Reaper Gaming. I just didn't see it. Let me look for Gemini Sun. Yeah. I am not seeing you there. Excuse me. So I will wait just a moment. for Reaper Gaming. And excuse me, and a super chat from Summer Harvey. Well, thank you so much. So here's the thing. Guess what? Your fairy godmother has hiccups. So we've been here for an hour. I do apologize. I am going to try to get through Lisa Harmon. I know I skipped you. I'm so sorry. I'm going to try to get to that and any other I see. But I don't like doing readings when I have hiccups. Oh my gosh, everyone send your energy to making my hiccups go away. Lisa Harmon, will your daughter go on disability? Excuse me. I think she really needs to. And I think she'll get it. She may need to fight for it, but I think she'll get it. Oh, you are actually still looking for another job. Excuse me. You're actually still looking for another job, Chung. And that will take a minute, but you'll find it. Oh my gosh. I've had a hiccuping day. This is like the third time for today. Okay. So, oh, wait a minute. Maybe there is peace in the, no, there's not. Okay, thought there was peace in the kingdom. And let's see. Teresa, looking for you. Teresa, you say you are right above Yolanda's super chat. But, oh, there you go. There, I got you, Teresa. I'm going to get to you. Reaper Gaming, I need you to reiterate. Okay. Teresa Chase, I apologize. Thank you for being a member here. Excuse me. What area of life your next big change will be in? Work, money, love, health, and feeling better in general. I see a lot of areas of life, all improvement. I'm not saying that to make you feel good. It's what I see. And with that, my friends, I'm going to go drink a glass of water. Thank you so, so very much, everyone. Excuse me, really appreciate you. Take good care. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.